You have walked a long and weary path, often wondering when the scales of justice would finally tip in your favor. But today marks the beginning of a divine transaction that has been ordained since the moment you were created. This is not merely about financial currency, though that is certainly part of the blessing, but it is about a restoration of energy, dignity, and opportunity that was stolen from you during your years of wilderness wandering. The universe, guided by the hand of the Creator, has been keeping a meticulous record of every tear you shed in secret, every act of kindness you performed without recognition, and every moment you chose faith over fear when it would have been easier to give up. The spiritual law of compensation is real, and for God's chosen ones, the payout is never just equal to what was lost. It is always multiplied, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. For you are now entering a season of unprecedented harvest where the seeds of your suffering bloom into power. There is a specific frequency of abundance that is currently aligning with your spirit, signaling that the time of lack and limitation is officially coming to a permanent end for you and your bloodline. You may have felt a strange pressure recently, an intensity in the atmosphere that feels like a storm is brewing. But this is not a storm of destruction. It is the breaking of the dam that has held back your blessings for far too long. The universe is shifting to accommodate the new level of authority you are stepping into. And this requires the dismantling of old structures, relationships, and mindsets that can no longer contain the magnitude of what God is about to pour into your life. You are being positioned for a transfer of wealth and resources that is not just for your comfort, but for the advancement of a higher purpose that you were specifically designed to fulfill. And this alignment is the undeniable confirmation that your waiting season is over. Many of you watching this have experienced a lifetime of feeling like the scapegoat, the one who carries the burdens of others while your own needs go unmet. But this dynamic is being radically reversed right now. The universe is correcting the imbalance that has plagued your existence, ensuring that the energy you have poured out into the world is returned to you 1,000-fold in forms that you never imagined possible. It is essential to understand that this payment is not accidental luck. It is a divine debt that is being settled because you remained faithful when the world tried to break your spirit. The exhaustion you feel is the final stretch before the breakthrough. And just as the dawn is darkest before the sun rises, your current circumstances are simply the stage being set for a miraculous intervention that will silence every doubter who ever questioned your worth or your connection to the divine. Consider the times you were rejected, overlooked, or betrayed by those you trusted the most, and realize that each of those painful moments was actually a form of spiritual protection, steering you toward this very moment of recompense. If you had fit in with the world, you would have settled for a mediocre existence. But because you are one of God's chosen ones, you were set apart for a destiny that requires a different level of provision and resource. The universe is paying you back for the lonely nights, the silent battles, and the sacrifices you made to maintain your integrity in a corrupt world. This payment is coming in the form of sudden opportunities, unexpected checks in the mail, debts being canceled, and the right people walking into your life at the exact perfect second to propel you forward into your destiny. You must remain open and expectant, for the delivery of this blessing depends on your willingness to receive it without guilt or hesitation. The concept of divine restoration is deeply woven into the fabric of your identity as a chosen one, meaning that everything the enemy stole from you must be returned with interest, according to spiritual law. You are not just receiving a refund for your troubles. You are receiving a settlement for the damages inflicted upon your soul during the intense training ground of your early life. God is mobilizing people, situations, and even the laws of the land to work in your favor, turning what was meant to harm you into the very vehicle that delivers your abundance. This is the season where the underdog becomes the ruler, where the rejected stone becomes the cornerstone, and where your financial and spiritual reality aligns with the richness of your royal heritage. Do not look at your current bank account and despair. Look at the promises of God and rejoice, for the transaction has already cleared in the spiritual realm and is manifesting now. You have likely noticed a heightening of your intuition and a sharp increase in the number of synchronicities occurring around you, such as seeing repeating numbers like 111, 444, or 888, which are clear indicators that the portals of abundance are opening. These signs are the universe's way of communicating that your vibration is rising to match the frequency of the blessings that are heading your way. When you see these numbers, it is a direct message from your angels that your prayers have been heard, and the dispatch of your reward is in progress. It is a reminder to stay focused on your vision and not be distracted by the temporary chaos of the 3D world, because the spiritual reality is that you are already wealthy, already healed, and already victorious. These signs are the receipts of your faith, proving that you are in alignment with the divine flow of prosperity that is unique to God's chosen ones. There is a profound sense of imposter syndrome, or unworthiness, that often attacks chosen ones right before their biggest breakthrough. But you must recognize this as a final attempt by the enemy to block your reception of the universe's payment. You have been conditioned by trauma and struggle to believe that life must always be hard. But you must now recondition your mind to accept ease, luxury, and abundance as your birthright. The payment coming to you is not because you worked yourself to the bone, but because you are a child of the Most High who has passed the tests of character and faith. You must dismantle the poverty mindset that says you must suffer to be holy. True holiness includes the stewardship of great resources for the greater good. Stand tall in your identity, for the universe does not make mistakes, and it is not paying the wrong person. It is paying you because you have earned it through your spiritual resilience. The isolation you have felt over the last few years was not a punishment, but a necessary quarantine to separate you from the energetic parasites that would have consumed the harvest that is now arriving. God had to remove certain friends, family members, and associates from your life to ensure that when the blessing falls, it is not siphoned off by those who do not have your best interests at heart. Now that your circle has been cleansed, the universe is ready to pour out a blessing that is so large, there will be no room to store it, but it will be safe because you are surrounded only by those who are aligned with your destiny. This solitude has forged a strength in you that is necessary to handle the weight of the glory and the wealth that is coming, ensuring that you do not crumble under the pressure of your own success. You may be experiencing vivid dreams of houses, gold, large bodies of water, or finding money, which are all subconscious confirmations that your spirit is preparing to interface with massive abundance in the waking world. These dreams are not just random firing of neurons. They are prophetic glimpses into your immediate future, given to you by God to build your faith and expectancy. Pay close attention to the emotions you feel in these dreams, the sense of relief, joy, and freedom, because those feelings are the magnet that draws the reality toward you. The universe is speaking to you in the language of symbols, telling you that the famine is over and the season of feasting has begun. Write these dreams down, for they are the blueprints of the life that is rapidly manifesting for you, serving as a roadmap to the treasures that have been stored up for you in heavenly places. A strange calmness has likely settled over your spirit in recent days, a peace that passes all understanding, even if your external circumstances still look chaotic or uncertain. This internal peace is the precursor to external power. It is the sign that your spirit knows the battle has already been won, and the spoils of war are being calculated for delivery. You are no longer frantically striving or begging for crumbs, but you are resting in the assurance of your identity as a chosen one who is backed by the unlimited resources of the kingdom. This shift from anxiety to assurance is the key that unlocks the door to the treasury, because abundance cannot flow to a desperate heart. It flows to a trusting heart. The universe responds to your vibration of peace by arranging circumstances to mirror that peace, bringing order to your finances, your health, and your relationships in a way that feels effortless. Throughout your life, you have felt like a stranger in a strange land, never quite fitting into the systems and structures of this world. And that is because you were sent here to build something entirely new, using the resources God is giving you. The universe is paying you now so that you can fund your mission, whether that is creating art, healing others, building a business, or simply being a beacon of light in a dark world. Your wealth is not just for consumption, it is for construction, building the new earth and establishing a legacy that will outlast you. The reason the payment is so large is because your assignment is so great, and God never sends a soldier into battle without the proper equipment and supplies. Embrace your difference, for it is the very reason you are being entrusted with this abundance. You are not here to maintain the status quo, but to transform it through the power of your divinely funded purpose. You have endured a season of spiritual winter, where it felt like your prayers were hitting a glass ceiling, and nothing you did seemed to yield any fruit. But you must understand that winter is when the roots go deep to support the massive growth of spring. Now, the season has shifted, and the universe is releasing the back pay for all the seasons where you continue to labor without seeing a harvest. This is the biblical principle of the years the locusts have eaten being restored to you, not just day for day, but with a multiplier effect that defies natural logic. The delays you experienced were not denials. They were periods of accumulation where your blessing was compounding interest in the spiritual bank. Now, the maturity date has arrived, and you are about to receive a lump sum of blessings that will make up for every lost moment and every delayed dream. There is a specific attack on your finances that often happens right before a major release of wealth, manifesting as unexpected bills, car breakdowns, or sudden expenses that seem designed to drain you. Do not be discouraged by this, for it is the enemy's final bluff to make you believe that you are stuck in a cycle of lack when in reality, you are on the precipice of overflow. These minor irritations are distractions to take your eyes off the prize. They are smoke and mirrors meant to incite fear and lower your vibration. Stand firm and laugh at these attempts, for they are proof that you are a threat to the kingdom of darkness, and that a massive financial shift is about to occur in your favor. The universe is paying you, and no amount of petty interference can stop a divine decree that has been sealed by the blood of the Lamb and the will of the Creator. You are beginning to feel a detachment from material things, paradoxically realizing that you don't need them to be happy, which is exactly the state of mind required to receive them in abundance. When you release the idol of money and place your trust solely in God, you become a safe vessel for wealth because it no longer owns you. You own it. The universe is entrusting you with riches now because your heart has been purified in the fire of scarcity, and you have learned that your true source is the divine, not a job or a person. This detachment signals spiritual maturity, proving that you will use the resources for good rather than being consumed by greed or ego. You are ready to handle millions because you have been faithful with pennies, and the universe is responding to this readiness by opening the floodgates of heaven to pour out a blessing you cannot contain. The relationships in your life are undergoing a rigorous audit, where people who drain your energy are being removed, and people who add to your life are being positioned to help you manage your coming abundance. You may feel a sudden disconnect from old friends or even family members who operate in a frequency of complaint, gossip, and negativity. And this is a protective mechanism ordained by God. The universe is paying you, and part of that payment is a new tribe of high vibrational individuals who will support, encourage, and collaborate with you. You cannot carry the heavy energy of doubters into your new season of elevation, so allow people to drift away without bitterness. Space is being cleared for destiny helpers, people who hold the keys to the doors you need to walk through, and who will celebrate your success rather than envy your blessing. You have faced the job experience, losing things that were precious to you, facing health struggles, or watching your reputation be tarnished. But remember that the end of Job's story was a restoration of double for his trouble. The universe is operating on this same ancient principle for you, acknowledging that the suffering you endured was a test of your faith and your allegiance to the light. You did not curse God in your pain. You continued to seek the truth, and now the time of testing is over and the time of reward is here. This payment is the vindication of your character, proving to everyone who watched you suffer that God was with you all along. The restoration will be so complete that you will eventually look back on the losses as necessary pruning that allowed for this magnificent new growth to occur in your life. There is a sense of urgency in your spirit, a feeling that you need to get your house in order, clean your physical space, and organize your affairs, which is a subconscious preparation for the influx of the new. Listen to these nudges, for the universe likes speed and order. By preparing your physical environment, you are signaling that you are ready to receive. This nesting instinct is often felt by chosen ones right before a birthing of a new reality, similar to how a mother prepares for a child. You are birthing a new version of your life, one filled with prosperity and purpose, and the act of organizing is an act of faith. Clear out the clutter, pay off the small debts you can, and make room in your physical reality, for the blessings coming your way will need space to occupy. You are starting to understand the power of your words and thoughts like never before, realizing that you have been creating your reality all along, and now you are consciously choosing to speak life and abundance. The universe listens to the decree of the chosen ones. When you speak with authority, the elements align to obey your command. You are moving from a passive victim of circumstance to an active co-creator with God, using your voice to call forth the payment that is due to you. Stop saying, "I can't afford it," and start saying, "My supply is unlimited," for your words are the routing numbers for your spiritual bank account. As you change your language, you change your timeline, accelerating the arrival of the blessings that have been hovering in the spiritual realm, waiting for your permission to manifest. The black sheep syndrome you have carried is actually a marker of your high value. You were different because you were designed to break generational curses of poverty and lack in your bloodline. The universe is paying you not just for your own sake, but so You can be the chain breaker who establishes a new legacy of wealth and spiritual health for your family. You are the cycle breaker, the one chosen to endure the hardship so that those coming after you will never have to know the struggle you knew. This payment is generational wealth, intended to change the trajectory of your family name forever. Carry this responsibility with pride, knowing that your sacrifices have purchased freedom for your children and your children's children, and that heaven applauds your endurance. You may be feeling a sudden desire to give, to help others, and to share even before you have received your full harvest, which is the ultimate sign that you are operating in the flow of divine abundance. This generosity creates a vacuum that the universe must fill, for it is a spiritual law that you reap what you sow. By giving out of your need, you are demonstrating a radical trust in God's provision, which unlocks the highest levels of blessing. The universe is paying you because you have a generous heart that reflects the nature of the Creator, and God knows that resources in your hands will bless the many, not just the few. Your willingness to share your last crust of bread is exactly why you will soon be entrusted with the entire bakery. The attacks on your mind, fear, anxiety, doubt, have been relentless lately, but this mental warfare is actually evidence that you are close to the treasure, for the enemy defends his territory most fiercely right before he loses it. You are storming the gates of abundance, and the resistance you feel is the friction of crossing a threshold into a new dimension of living. Do not let these thoughts take root. Instead, see them as indicators that you are going in the right direction. The universe is paying you, and the enemy wants you to walk away from the counter right before the transaction is complete. Hold the line, guard your mind with the helmet of salvation, and keep moving forward, for the relief you seek is just on the other side of this mental fog. You are discovering that your presence alone brings luck and blessings to others. Companies you work for prosper, friends you advise succeed, and now the universe is redirecting that energy back to you. For years you have been the golden goose for everyone else, making others rich with your ideas, your hard work, and your spiritual covering. But now the flow is turning inward. God is ensuring that you become the primary beneficiary of your own anointing. You will no longer be the stepping stone for others to rise while you stay stagnant. You are becoming the destination. The universe is paying you for the intellectual and spiritual capital you have freely given away, ensuring that your own cup runs over even as you continue to pour into others. There is a specific divine idea or inspiration that has been recurring in your mind, a business, a book, a project, that is actually the vessel for your wealth. The universe is not just going to drop a bag of money in your lap, though miracles happen. Often, it pays you by giving you a multi-million-dollar idea that costs nothing to receive, but requires faith to execute. This idea is the seed of your harvest, downloaded directly from the mind of God to your spirit. Do not dismiss it as just a thought. It is the key to your financial freedom. The universe is paying you by entrusting you with divine wisdom that, if acted upon, will generate the resources you need to fulfill your destiny. You are finally learning to forgive yourself for past financial mistakes, realizing that those errors were lessons, not life sentences, and this release of guilt is unblocking your flow. Guilt and shame are low-frequency emotions that repel abundance, while forgiveness and self-acceptance attract it. The universe is waiting for you to stop punishing yourself so it can start blessing you. As you wash away the regret of the past, you create a clean slate for the new prosperity to be written upon. God has already forgiven you. Now you must forgive yourself and open your hands to receive the fresh start that is being offered. The payment coming is not based on your past perfection, but on your present alignment and future potential. The feeling of being fed up with your current situation is not a negative emotion. It is a holy dissatisfaction that God is using to push you out of your comfort zone and into your destiny. If you were comfortable in your lack, you would never move toward your abundance. The universe is using this frustration as fuel to propel you toward the opportunities that are waiting for you. This anger at your circumstances is the energy you need to break the chains of inertia and take the bold actions required to claim your payment. Channel this energy not into complaining, but into constructing the life you deserve, knowing that this fire in your belly is the engine of your transformation. You have noticed that the things that used to entertain or distract you no longer hold your interest, as you are being called to a higher level of focus and purpose. This is the universe clearing your schedule for the work and the wealth that is coming. You cannot manage a kingdom if you are distracted by the toys of a child. God is maturing you, sharpening your focus, and honing your discipline because the weight of the blessing requires a sturdy foundation. The payment involves a responsibility to steward great resources, and your current lack of interest in trivial matters is a sign that your spirit is suiting up for the executive role you are about to play in God's kingdom. A deep sense of gratitude is welling up in you for things you haven't even received yet, which is the highest form of faith and the most powerful magnet for miracles. When you thank God in advance, you are signing the receipt for the package before it is delivered, signaling to the universe that you trust the sender completely. This prophetic gratitude accelerates the timeline of manifestation. The universe loves a grateful heart and rushes to fulfill the expectations of those who praise before the breakthrough. Keep thanking God for your abundance, your healing, and your restoration, and watch how quickly the physical reality rearranges itself to match your grateful confession. You are realizing that your value does not come from what you do, but from who you are, a divine being having a human experience. And this shift in self-worth is raising your asking price in the world. When you know your worth, you stop accepting discounts in your career, your relationships, and your life. The universe meets you at the level of your self-worth. As you stand tall in your identity as a chosen one, the world is forced to treat you with the respect and compensation you deserve. The payment is increasing because your estimation of yourself has increased to align with God's estimation of you. The wilderness season you have just survived was not meant to kill you. It was meant to kill the parts of you that could not survive the level of success God is bringing. The pride, the fear, the reliance on man, all of it had to die so that the true, empowered you could rise. Now that the process is complete, the universe is ready to release the resources. You are coming out of the wilderness leaning on your beloved, carrying the gold and silver of spiritual wisdom and material wealth. The payment is the graduation gift for passing the most difficult curriculum of your life. You are being called to take a leap of faith, to start that business, to move to that city, to speak that truth, and the universe is waiting to catch you with a safety net of abundance. The payment is often on the other side of the risk. God cannot steer a parked car. You must be in motion for the blessings to overtake you. This leap is the activation key for the transfer of wealth. Trust that if God told you to jump, He has already placed a soft landing of provision waiting for you. The universe rewards courage, and your boldness to act on the divine word is the trigger for the miraculous. There is a restoration of your physical vitality and energy returning to you, as the stress of survival mode begins to lift, and the frequency of abundance heals your body. Financial stress is toxic to the body, but as the universe balances your accounts, your health will also come into alignment. You will find yourself sleeping better, looking younger, and feeling stronger as the burden of poverty is removed from your shoulders. This physical restoration is part of the payment package, for God wants you to be in health and prosper even as your soul prospers. You are noticing that gatekeepers, people who previously blocked your progress, are suddenly being removed or are losing their power over you. The universe is clearing the path. Where there was once a closed door, there is now an open height. God is dealing with those who oppressed you, and their removal is the signal that your time of promotion has come. Do not gloat over their downfall, but recognize it as the necessary clearing of the playing field so you can run your race without hindrance. The payment involves the freedom to move forward without the friction of human opposition. The coincidences are becoming too specific to be ignored. You think of a sum of money and it appears. You need a specific item and it is gifted to you. These micro-miracles are training wheels for the massive manifestations that are coming. The universe is showing you that the mechanism works, encouraging you to ask for bigger things. If God can provide the parking spot, He can provide the mansion. If He can pay the phone bill, He can clear the mortgage. Use these small wins to build your faith for the tsunami of blessings that is building up offshore. You have a newfound desire to study, to learn, and to upgrade your skills, which is the universe preparing you to manage the wealth that is coming. You are being guided to financial literacy, to understanding investments, or to mastering a new craft. Follow this curiosity, for it is the preparation for the payment. God will not give you what you cannot manage. By educating yourself, you are building the container for the overflow. The universe is paying you, and it wants to ensure you have the wisdom to keep it and grow it for future generations. The heavy mantle of victimhood is falling off you, replaced by the royal robe of a victor. And this change in posture is changing how the world responds to you. Victims repel power, victors attract it. As you step into your authority as a chosen one, claiming your divine heritage, the resources of the kingdom naturally gravitate toward you. The universe recognizes your rank in the spirit and unlocks the resources assigned to that rank. You are not a beggar pleading for a coin. You are a prince or princess returning to the palace to claim your inheritance. You are beginning to see the why behind your suffering, understanding that your pain gave you a unique empathy and wisdom that is now a marketable asset to help others. Your mess is becoming your message, and your test is becoming your testimony, and a lucrative one at that. The universe is paying you by turning your deepest wound into your greatest sources of income and impact. The world pays for solutions, and your life experience has made you an expert in solving problems that others are drowning in. There is a divine protection surrounding your finances now. Where you used to lose money, you will now find it protected and multiplied. The devourer has been rebuked for your sake. The holes in your pockets are being sewn up by the angels of finance. You will find that your money goes further, lasts longer, and accomplishes more than it ever did before. This supernatural efficiency is a subtle but powerful part of the universe's payment, ensuring that waste is eliminated and stewardship is maximized. You are feeling a connection to the concept of Jubilee, the biblical year where debts are forgiven and slaves are set free. This is your personal Jubilee. The universe is hitting the reset button on your life. The mistakes of the past are being wiped clean, and you are being given a fresh start with a full account. Accept this grace. Do not try to pay back debts that God has already canceled. Walk into your freedom with your head held high, for the price has been paid and the chains have been broken. The voice of the accuser is being silenced by the voice of the vindicator. Where you were once slandered, you will now be honored. God is preparing a table for you in the presence of your enemies. The universe is paying you with a restored reputation and a public uplifting. Those who look down on you will look up to you, not because you seek glory, but because God honors those who honor him. This public shift is the external validation of the internal work you have done. Finally, understand that this payment is not the end, but the beginning of your true mission. The money and resources are simply the tools you need to do the work you were born to do. You are being funded for impact. The universe is investing in you because you are a safe bet, a chosen one who will bring light to the world. Receive your payment with joy, with humility, and with great purpose. Subscribe to Celestial Chosen to stay aligned with this frequency, for the journey has only just begun, and the best is yet to come. Your time is now. Claim it, receive it, and walk in it.